Good morning. My name is Grace Siggers, and I'm a nutrition educator with Southern University, work in the parish of East and West Care Parish. And I would like to welcome you to our Facebook Live Series 3. Today, my topic is from the dairy farm to the table. And we all know we all need milk. Dairy cows are bred for their ability to produce milk from which dairy foods are given to us in the United States. There are 7 different dairy cow breeds. There's the Holstein, the Jersey, the Brown Swiss, the Guernsey, the Ayrshire, the red and white Holstein, and the milking Shorthorn. Milk is a nutrient beverage obtained from various animals that are consumed by humans. Most milk is obtained from dairy cows, although milk from goats, water buffaloes, and reindeer is also used in various parts of the world. It's also used in the United States and in many industrialized countries. Raw cow milk is processed before it is consumed. During processing, the fat content of the milk is adjusted, various vitamins are added, and potentially harmful bacteria are killed. In addition to being consumed as a beverage, milk is also used to make butter, cream, yogurt, and cheese, and a variety of other products. There are many different types of milk. Some depend on the amount of milk fat present in the finished product. Other depends on the type of processing involved. Still, other depends on the type of dairy cow that produced the milk. The FDA established standards for different types of milk and milk products. In some states use standard, while others have their own standards. In 1998, the federal standard required that fluid milk sold as whole milk must have no less than 3.25% of milk fat. Low-fat milk must have 0.5 to 2% milk fat, and skim milk must have less than 0.5% milk fat. Starting in 1998, the FDA required that milk with 2% milk fat must be labeled as reduced fat because it did not meet the new definition of low-fat products as having less than 3 grams of fat per serving. Milk with 1% milk fat could still be labeled as low fat because it did meet the definition. As a comparison, light cream has no less than 18% milk fat, and heavy cream has no less than 36% milk fat. We have some important nutrition facts. We have myths, some I will read and some I won't. We have myths and we have facts. My first myth is only whole milk contains vitamin D. We all know that is false because the fact is all milk, regardless of the fat content, is fortified with vitamin D. In fact, milk is the one source of calcium, potassium, and vitamin D, which are critical for bone development. Milk also offers a good source of protein. Our next myth is for the price, juice supplies more nutrient. We know that's not true because at just 25 cents per 8-ounce glass of milk, it provides twice as many nutrients and vitamins as a soft drink and juices. Okay, we also have a myth that says soy, almond, coconut, and rice beverages are a healthy substitute for cow milk. False. The fact is, while some dairy cow milk alternative beverages are a good source of plant protein, they are fortified and do not offer the same nutrient package. Another myth is flavored milk isn't good for you because of the sugar content. False. The fact is flavored milk and white milk both contains 9 essential vitamins and minerals, including protein and calcium. Research also shows us that children who drink flavored milk meet more of their nutrient needs, do not consume more added sugar, fat, or calories, and are not heavier than non-milk drinkers. The next myth is unpasteurized milk offers more health benefits than pasteurized milk. False. The fact is, unpasteurized or raw milk and food made from it do not provide any more health benefits than pasteurized milk. Raw milk can pose serious health risks such as tuberculosis, exposure to E. coli, listeria, and salmonella. Okay, we also had the one by lactose. It says people who are sensitive to lactose should avoid milk and all other dairy products. That's false because lactose intolerance does not mean dairy intolerance. Okay. We also have a milk that says organic, a myth that says organic milk is healthier than regular milk. The fact is, all milk is required to be tested to the same rigorous standard by the USDA, and there is no difference in organic milk and regular milk. The next myth is genetically modified foods are blamed for food allergies. That's false because GMO foods do not cause allergies. The next myth is by using a large amount of pesticides, farmers don't care about their farms or the environment. That's false because the fact is that dairy farmers do care about their farm and the land. Environmental practices on all dairy farms are tightly regulated by both federal and state agencies. Dairy farmers consistently meet or exceed those regulations. Next myth is dairy cows are given unnecessary antibiotics, then the antibiotics are transferred into the milk we drink. That's false because the fact is cows are only given antibiotics on a condition approved by the veterinarian. Once a cow is given antibiotics, she is separated from the regular herd and can be milked, but her milk is discarded. The milk is not put in the tank with other milk and never reaches the store. And the next myth, it says people should stay away from milk because of the hormones. That's false because there are limited amounts of natural occurring hormones found in all milk and in other foods, in both animals and plants. Did you know dairy cows are mixed twice a day using mechanical vacuum milking machines? The raw milk flows through a pipe or glass pipe to a refrigerated bulk milk tank where it is cooled to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Then a refrigerated bulk tank makes a collection from the dairy farm in the area within a few hours before pumping from each farm's tank. The driver collects a sample and checks the flavor and temperature and record it. At the milk processing plant, the milk in the truck is weighed and is pumped into refrigerated tanks in flexible stainless steel or plastic hoses. Then it's separated. The cold milk will pass through either a clarifier or a separator, which spins the milk through a series of conical discs inside an enclosure. Then it's fortified. Vitamin A and D may be added to the milk at this time by a peristaltic pump, which automatically dispenses the correct amount of vitamin concentrate into the milk. Then it's pasteurized. The milk, either whole milk, skim milk, or standardized milk, is piped into a pasteurizer. There are several methods used to pasteurize milk. The most common is called the high temperature, the short time process in which the milk is heated as it flows through the pasteurizer continuously. Whole milk, skim milk, and standardized milk must be heated to 161 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Other milk products have different time and temperature requirements. Then there's homogenizing. Most milk is homogenized to reduce the size of the remaining milk fat particles. This prevents the milk from separating and floating to the surface as cream. It also ensures the milk fat will evenly be distributed through the milk. The hot pasteurized is pressurized to 2,500 to 3,000 by a multiple cylinder pistol pump, and it is forced to a small passage in an adjustable valve. The milk is then quickly cooled to 40 degrees Fahrenheit to avoid harming its taste. Now is the time it's going to come to us, the packaging. The milk is pumped into coated paper cartons or plastic bottles and it's sealed. In the United States, most milk destined for retail sale in grocery stores is packaged in 1 gallon plastic bottles. The bottles or cartons are stamped with a sell by date to ensure that the retailer do not allow the milk to stay on their shelves longer than it be safely stored. So always look at your sell by date on your cartons. Milk cartons or bottles are placed in protected shipping containers and kept refrigerated. They are shipped to distribution warehouses in refrigerated trailers and then on to individual markets where they are kept in refrigerated cases. Lesson review. Have you ever wondered how milk is made? We talked about the dairy cow, the milk maker, the milk machine, but guess what? It all starts on a little bitty farm. The cow turns hay, grain, and water into milk. Then the cows are milked by machines. The milk then goes through a pipes to a cold storage tank. A bigger tank collects the milk from the farm and rushes it to a dairy plant. At the dairy plant, the milk is pasteurized and packaged, then delivered to the grocery store where we can buy it. The importance of dairy food in our diet. The United States Dietary Guidelines have determined that people who consume more dairy foods, milk, cheese, and yogurt have better overall diets and see improved bone health. Dairy foods are naturally nutrient rich and provides calcium, potassium, phosphorus, protein, and riboflavin, and other vitamins and minerals, all essential for human growth and development. Our lesson review also says fresh milk is also referred to as full-fat milk or whole milk. Despite this, fresh milk is a low-fat food and also a good source of calcium. Low-fat milk contains half the fat of whole milk. It is possible with people who are watching their weight or who are trying to reduce their fat intake. Low-fat milk is not suitable for children under 2. So if you have a child that's under 2 years old, do not give them low-fat milk. Low-fat milk is sometimes fortified with vitamins and minerals because reducing the fat content in milk also reduces the level of vitamin A and D. These vitamins and others such as B vitamins are added back in. Different dairies add different vitamins at varying levels, so it is important to read the label on the milk carton so you know what you're buying. I have a lessons challenge for you. Now, after learning more about from the dairy farm to the table, I challenge you to make dairy an important part of your life. How much milk do we need? Children need 3 or more glasses. Teenagers need 4 more glasses. Adults 2 or more glasses. So let's belly up on dairy. Then again, my name is Grace Siggers with Southern University, work the parish, East and West Care Parish. So thanks again for joining us in Facebook Live.